Okay, it is the new year, and during that time, many people want to create new things for themselves. They want to do things better. And oftentimes, as the new year draws closer and closer, people get very excited. They start thinking about, wow, this is going to be their year. And everything is going to change when the clock turns over to the 1st of January. Yet the reality actually is that old habits die hard. You think that the brain cares that it's a new year? It doesn't. You may care, but you think that miraculously overnight you're going to be able to start transforming and changing your life because the clocks have moved forward to the new year. No, the brain doesn't care. And unless you put the work in to really start to change your habits, they're going to stay the same. For example, one of the things that I've started doing really strictly, and I actually started it last year as well, is to have a consistent schedule for sleeping. Because what I found is that when we have sleep schedules that are not consistent, we never truly find out what it means to be consistent. We never find out what life could be like if we just get that area sorted. So when you're sleeping at different hours, the body just never climatizes, and your eating cycles become distorted. That's why on certain days you feel a bit energetic, and other days you feel more lethargic. So you may start off with something as simple as that you want to be sleeping a bit more effectively. And then you can observe how that impacts your life. Or you may want to build a better body for yourself. You want to really become fit. You may have goals to achieve a certain physique by summertime, and you're really motivated to achieve that. But again, unless you really train your mind, you're not going to be able to achieve it. Consistency is one of the hardest things to achieve. And you've got to almost take the adage that less is more, is start off slow. Why are you going to go to the gym and do a 2 or 3 hour workout if you can't keep that up? It's better to do 30 minutes, 45 minutes and do that every day. Will be more productive than having a one-off session doing 3 hours in the gym. So try to think about that. It's your year. No one really cares aside from you. Just like no one cares what my New Year's resolutions are aside from me and my viewers who may take inspiration from that. But generally, you are left alone when it comes to this stuff. No one really cares. The only person that cares is you. And that is not to say the world is selfish and people are bad, but that's the way the world works. How much do you care about the other person's New Year's resolutions who lives down the road? None. You don't even give a thought to it. So you have to understand the reality. Remembering that consistency should be your biggest goal. Whatever it is you want to achieve, if you are consistent, you will find that it becomes easier to achieve your goals. But as I said, achieving consistency is very, very difficult. and only a few people really achieve it. But here is the thing, that if you can be consistent, then what you're going to find very quickly is that your life will start changing. And you know something, when I think about consistency, I'm not interested in, 1 week, 2 weeks. No. That's not good enough. You've got to be consistent consistently. So months and months in a row where you can do the same thing and it almost becomes boring and regimental. But it's like a muscle. You need to build that over and over and over again. And then eventually, one day, voila, you have it. You don't even need to think about it. You don't even have to resist it. You can achieve what you want. And obviously, you have to think about what it is that you want. What area do you want to improve on for 2026? Everyone has their own idea of what they want to do. So you have to sit down, you've got to really think about it, what is it I want for 2026? And as an extension to that, what you have to think about is no excuses. The minute you start blaming others for your misfortunes or your difficulties or where you're not in life, you're not taking full responsibility. You're never going to achieve anything with that kind of thinking. You're never going to achieve anything with that kind of thinking. You have to take full responsibility for your year from start to finish. So for example, with me, when the clocks turned to 2026, what did I say? I said, this is going to be my year. I'm going to make 2026 my year. One of the other things as well that kind of marries into this really, really well is a topic that I've already discussed early on in my channel, but it is very relevant to this topic, and that is that you have to live your life. And you've got to be fearless about it. What type of life do you want to live? How do you want to live your life? And stop coming up with excuses as to why this isn't working or that's not working, and go and achieve what you want to achieve. The difference between the winners and the losers is that the losers accept what's happened to them and they find no way to move forward, or they're not ambitious, or they're not business minded, or they're not thinking about improving their life. So they just stay stuck. The winners are the ones that say, okay, they may have gone through some hardships, some difficulties, but they say, you know what, you know something, I've got a bigger plan for my life. I know where I want to go in life, and that's where I'm heading. And something that will kind of also help you along the way, don't expect others to share your vision. Don't expect others to support you. Don't expect others to say, yeah, I trust in you, I believe in you, I know you're going to make things work. When you are trying to get to the top of the mountain, it's a lonely road. No one is going to believe in you. No one is going to believe in you. And the quicker and the sooner that you understand that, the easier your life will get, because you will face the truth. When you hide away from the truth, you push it away and you say, no, I don't think that's the way it should be. I think that it's the way I think it should be. You're never going to get anywhere with that. And you've almost got to get like angry about it. So you really realize it. But not angry in a way where you're angry at other people. No, that's a losing strategy. Angry in a way that you're excited about the prospect that, wow, you know, once I truly accept that no one shares my vision, I stop deceiving myself. And I can move forward with my life. I don't have to stay in that position and think that others are sharing my vision when they're not. Does that make them stupid, bad, inconsiderate people? No, that's just life. If someone was talking about their business or their idea and they're not really successful yet, would you believe in them? No, because it's a personal journey. Life is a personal journey. And I want you to really start understanding this. Even if you are committed, you're in a relationship, you are still on your own journey. Meaning that if you're an ambitious person, you're a creative person, you are thinking out of the box type of a person, you're still on your own journey. And the quicker you can understand that, the easier it becomes. Some people, they want to play it safe, they want to just be obedient, they want to do things and not cause problems. But those of us who are very ambitious, who have a bigger plan for our life, have to get comfortable with being on the lonely road. Okay? Until you get to that level of success that you can say, I've got it, I'm successful, it's a lonely road. So I hope you enjoyed this topic. And excuse the noises outside. There's some cleaning noises there. But anyway, back to topic. Hope you enjoyed it. Think about your goals for the year. What do you really want to achieve? And then go about achieving them. No excuses. Get rid of your excuses and move forward.